Sindbad Saves the Elephants. Sindbad was called to the palace. When he reached there, the Caliph told him to carry his letter to the King of Serendip. Sindbad was in the thought of spending his life only in Bagdad without making any voyage again. He said it very politely to the Caliph, but the Caliph insisted on his voyage to Serendip. Since the order was predominant, he accepted that suggestion. He received the letter from the Caliph and set out for another voyage. At this time, Sindbad was very weak. He was not in a good condition to have an adventurous voyage again. He prayed to God no harm to come to him. The ship was going on its course. The 12th day of its journey, a storm very ferociously attacked the ship, and the mast and the sails were broken and curled away into the sea. A potent wave lifted up the ship and overthrew it. Somehow or other, Sindbad had a narrow escape and got grip to a piece of the broken mast. It was so dark that he could not see anyone around. A very next day, Sindbad looked around for a crew floating near like him, but he could see none. About this time, he saw some birds flying high in the sky far away from him. To that direction, Sindbad rowed and rowed with all his might. At last, he came to a shore. It was an island. He went deep into the island. He saw some people working in a village. He was so happy and relaxed. They took him to the king. The king assigned on him the task of killing elephants and getting their tusk, because it was the trade there. Every day, Sindbad went to the forest and killed some elephants, shooting arrows at them and taking the husk. He came back to the palace. Days and months were passed. He might have already killed hundreds of elephants. One day, Sindbad went to the forest and waited there, sitting on a branch of a tall tree, for the elephants to come. He saw a group of elephants coming together to his direction. He thought that they could be going to somewhere passing by that tree. But all his guessworks were mistaken. The elephants neared the tree and they started to pull down the tree with their trunks. At last, the tree was deprived away with its roots and started overthrowing to one side. Before the tree fell onto the ground, an elephant caught Sindbad and put him on its back. Sindbad thought that the elephants were going to revenge him. The elephants took Sindbad to the dense forest. A little time later, they reached a clearing. On one side of the clearing, Sindbad saw a mound of tusks and bones of elephants. The elephant which was bearing Sindbad on its back put him down by the mound and went into the deep forest Only then Sindbad made out what actually the elephants meant, not to kill them anymore. They showed him their burial place. Sindbad returned and said everything to the king. The king came there and loaded his cart with the tusks back in the palace. He made a proclamation not to kill the elephants anymore. Sindbad was sent back to his country.